There's a way right now that you can see the version of you that your specific person is obsessed with, and that is to look in a mirror. And yes, that's you right here, right now, because there's this illusion our logical mind plays on us in manifestation to have us thinking that we're not already exactly what would be perfect for our end state and perfect for being with our specific person, and I'll explain it. So most of the time, or all the time actually, during any manifestation, we assume and think in our reality as it currently is, we don't have what we want. So we think we have to do these things and change to become the individual that already has it. And that's actually the key behind whether or not you feel confident or whether or not you feel non-confident each moment of every day. It's the distance between where you think you are, so at this moment, and where you want to be. So that distance, no matter how big or small it is, will actually give you a direct reflection of how confident you are. Because if this distance is shorter, if you feel you are right next to the state version of you that already has your specific person, you will feel confident, you will feel good, you will feel positive, and you will feel like you could do anything, especially if there is no distance between you and this version of you. And I would say at that point, your reality absolutely must reflect outside of you exactly what you want. But if the distance is big, if it feels like you have to change a lot of things, do a lot of things in order to be that individual, then we feel the opposite. We feel like we have to do all this work. We feel like we have to wait all this time. We feel there are so many things that we need to do as a response of that. But what if I were to tell you this entirely is an illusion? There is no actual distance. Neville Goddard even quoted himself that if you were to think of your end state as being near, that would be too far away. It is not near to you. It is not close to you. It already is you. And that's why the best technique to find the version of you that your specific person is obsessed with is to literally look into a mirror. But there's a really good quote that I always bring to this idea, and I think it would help anyone with understanding this and acting it out. And that is, you can't get to the moon by climbing successively taller trees. So this kind of is in relation, if you see my previous video, in which I talk about how it's easier to manifest something enormously wild as compared to something simple. But if you haven't seen it, I won't spoil it, so you can go watch that. But this is the idea I want you to roll with. You can't get to the moon by climbing successively taller trees. It relates to both this idea that your specific person is already obsessed with you and you're already there, and the previous one, because think about the concept of consistently trying to get closer to the moon, right? Climbing a tree makes sense, right? But that's what we do in our transition of who we think we are to our end state. We think we have to just consistently try harder and do more things in order to get there. But you know, if someone was climbing trees to try to get to the moon, that would be literally impossible. It would be so difficult. So much work would be into it. I guess nothing is impossible, but you know what I mean by that. It would feel really difficult. You'd have to put in a lot of energy, and it would take so much time. But instead, if you change your thought process, if you were to imagine completely from a different state, if you were to understand you're already the version of you that has it, you'll understand you have access to a rocket ship, right? Or a teleportation device in this way, right? You want to think from a completely different point of view, and there is no transition. There's no work your way up, right? It's either the thought process, which would be states. I'm either in this state that doesn't have it, or I'm in the state that does have it, and you have both of those available to you. In the same way, you can choose to get to the moon climbing trees, or you can choose to get to the moon taking the rocket ship. Understanding you already have access to the rocket ship is then the key that allows you to manifest instantly right here and right now. And as always, there's a couple things that I can help you in actually achieving this with, not only because you know I love the questions you can ask yourself, because I feel like that always opens up our awareness, but here's the things you can do to start acting this out right now. So one, I want you to ask yourself, if there were zero distance between me and my desire, what would I be doing right now? And then act that out, even if it is very simple. So again, if there were zero distance, if there was no distance between me and my desire, what would I be doing right now? And you can act out something grand with that, something small with it, or how would I feel? That might even be an easier answer to the question, right? Or an easier question. And as well as this, I want you to go throughout your day and pick, because again, you just have to understand and convince yourself you're already this person and your specific person is going to show up exactly how you want because they're already obsessed with you. You just have to believe it. You don't respond to your reality, you respond to your assumptions. So what I want you to do as well is pick a single physical action that the future you, the one that's at your SP, the one that you're already right now and already have within because you can embody and just exhibit the state. Pick a physical action that you would do and act that out multiple times today. Something very small. So it could be walking sore, applying perfume, checking your phone with purpose. Do this deliberately multiple times a day and see how it begins to change or open up your mind that you're actually already this individual that is with your specific person. Go find a mirror. Look at the reflection and tell yourself, this is the version of my specific person, or this is the version of me my SP is obsessed with. I'm there right now. There's no place I need to go. There's nothing I need to do, right? I'm already here at this moment. And as well as this, instead of imagining your specific person coming to you, so they're not coming to you, imagine them as already in the room, but just outside of your awareness. This will also help because everything is a reflection of our imagination. And the wild thing is you will see results just as surely as you begin to act this out. Things can change instantaneously, right? It's all about the state that we're embodying. And as soon as this gap that we feel is between who we feel we are in our end state, as soon as that collapses to nothing, your reality automatically and instantly reflects everything outside of you. There is no delay in this. You don't have to wait a certain amount of time. You don't have to do certain things. As soon as you bridge that gap, which is entirely an understanding, you just need to understand or know this in order to do it. That's why, again, manifestation is so much more simpler than we could ever imagine. And you will see a difference. So they're not coming to you, they're already in there. So technically, you're passing through realities. So when I say your SP is not coming to you, imagine them as already being in the room, they're technically already here, right? Just you need to look for them. You just haven't found them because you haven't found the awareness. They are already within you. The quantum leap is available at any given moment. You just have to decide it. And one more thing, because this can help out as well. Ask yourself, am I acting from now or am I acting from need? Now is the calm, steady, aligned state, and the need is the future-based state. So the idea that we have to do a bunch of things in order to get it. So at the basis, am I acting from now? Do I already have it? Is there no gap or is there a gap? Basically is what we're asking. Now is no gap. You're already there. Are you thinking, believing, and acting in that way? Or is there a gap, or are we acting in need? Do we feel we have to do certain things, act certain things out, change our mind, do this and that in order to be with our specific person? That'll tell you everything you need to know. And I would say actually at the basis, maybe even begin with that. Are you right now acting from now or need? And I want you to comment that in the comment section. Are you acting from now or are you acting from need? Are you understanding? Because really, and I cannot tell you this enough, once we know, right, the true belief leads to true action, if you saw my last video, we'll know as soon as we believe it and believe that we're this individual, everything aligns perfectly. There will be no distance. We'll understand we've always had it the whole time. And don't let your logical mind convince you into thinking, well, because sometimes we actually have I can make a video on this, let me know. Sometimes we have this idea or limit within our mind that we think we're like scared of quantum leaping only because our mindset is, if I just quantum leap to what I want, why didn't I do this years ago? Why didn't I do this months ago? But don't let your logical mind fight against you on that, because our logical mind does feel like it wants to do something. It wants to put in effort. It wants to be challenged, things like that. It wants to try really, really hard for what we want. But you don't need to do that. If that's not something you want, I mean, I'm all for it. If you want to work really hard or try really hard or do things that align you with the state aggressively and you want to put in all your energy and be exhausted, I will back you up if that's what you want. But you don't need to do that. And that's what we need to understand. Are we acting from now? Are we acting from need? If your desire was zero distance away from you, what would you be doing right now? Those are the questions I want you, and I want you to actually comment that. So today, what is that one small physical action that the future you would act out? So the version of you that actually is already here right now. And I want you to comment that down below. So if there were zero distance between you and your desire, what would you be doing today, right? How would you be thinking? How would you be acting? But comment one physical action that you would be doing today if you were already with your specific person. Again, the examples, would you be walking slower? Would you smile more often? Would you call your friends? Would you start something you've been meaning to start? Would you anything, right? And again, there's nothing that needs to be done, but we just need to convince ourselves and understand you are already that version. You already have this available to you right now. And then if nothing else, and you're really confused, go look in a mirror and you will see the version of you that your specific person is already obsessed with. So as well as commenting that one physical action that you would be doing if you already had your specific person, make sure to comment any questions that you have as well, or any successes or anything that's going on with your manifestation. I'm carving out time in my day to comment or reply to like almost everyone's comment if I could get to it. But so make sure to keep me updated. I am reading them 100%. And I love when people talk about like the past video, people were saying how this kind of like opened up their mind or changed their perspective. And I love hearing things like that because that's how you quantum leap. That's how you manifest today. That's not how you manifest next year, next month, next week. That's how you manifest today when you shift that perspective. So keep me updated. If you did have any questions or thoughts or anything like that you did want to post publicly, remember you can also reach out to me at my website at kyleaugustcoaching.com. And always remember, if you want to see that version of you that your specific person is obsessed with, go look in a mirror, go look in a reflective surface, open up your phone and look at the camera app looking at you, and you will see exactly who that is. As always, thank you so much for stopping by today. If you know this is the version of you that your specific person is already obsessed with, leave a thumbs up on this video because that really helps me out a lot. And then thank you so much to all the subscribers and all my members as well. I really, really appreciate you. Again, if nothing else, I'll see you in my next video tomorrow.